Hello, welcome guys. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my videos. I just watched the England versus Argentina, and I think there are some of my match points. This is disgrace. England should fire Tuchel tomorrow. There is no point of him in the England FA now. Like the whole reason of Tuchel was to bring attacking football. This is basically a Southgate football. After 65 minutes, how you could not let Messi run to your post for 30 minutes, like even a small child who knows football can see you cannot let the best player in the world, the defending champion of the world, come to you for 30 minutes, and you are just putting defender. I can see you going for the defensive approach, but have some attacking players. If you get the balls, they could attack, they could counter attack, they could hurt Argentina in the counter attack. But you cannot just add more defenders and think your defender is going to do the job when you are playing against Enzo Fernandez. There is Messi. They got some brilliant player. They got Julian Alvarez. They got Lautaro Martinez. They have some brilliant footballers, and that's the reason they were the FIFA champion 4 years ago, and they are still winning the games today. And you cannot let them play on your backyard for 35 minutes without you having no answer at all. Like that's a basic football anybody would know. I'm surprised why Tuchel was sabotaging his whole team, the whole idea of it, and he should be sacked. He should get the sack. That's just the Southgate in a German body. Um, there was no point of um, playing a defensive football at that time. Like he could add some strikers or at least a runners. Rashford would have done it. Anybody could have done it. Shaka might have done it. They would just run with the ball, at least take some time from Argentina. And even after they scored a goal, Tuchel didn't make any changes. He added Rashford and Ivan Toney, but that was freaking late. Like there is nothing to be done by then. Even the game has gone for extra time. Tuchel will look like a potato because he will have 6 7 defender on the field. What's the point of that? Even Argentina could haven't done what they did, hurting England 2-1, and it has gone to extra time. England don't have any goal scorer on the field, and every attacking player were tired. I can see why he subbed off Declan Rice, and that sub changed the whole game. He shouldn't bring in defender. He should have changed. He should have added a midfielder. Menu was there, he could have controlled the ball. Saka could have run. He could have put Rashford, Ivan Toney. Kane did nothing today. Kane did literally nothing, and he was still on the pitch. I see he was responsible for the first goal, but there comes a point of time you have to ask yourself, what I am doing in this game, like how I want to achieve it. And even a sensible person will gonna tell you cannot let Messi have the ball for freaking 30 minutes and don't expect to hurt you. Even they don't score a goal, they're gonna have a free kick, they're gonna have a penalty, they will hurt you. Everybody knows that. That's why that guy is Messi. You are playing against the best, and that's your approach. That's basically why Southgate was sacked. That's basically why England could not get anything. That's their freaking golden generation, and they are out. And there is nobody to blame except England national team. Like there is no one to blame. You cannot blame Argentina. You cannot blame a referee. I can see referee was shite in the first half. He could have booked couple of players from Argentinian squad, and he could have booked English player as well, but he did not. And after he started handing yellow card, he was fair. He was handing yellow card to you. He was handing yellow card to Argentina. Like he let the game flow for the first 20 minutes, and I see Argentina was playing a wrestling match. You were trying to play a football, but But what's your approach after you got, but after you conceded a goal? There was no approach. They were parking the bus. As a United fan, I see Oli ball, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer ball, and that's fucking brutal. There was no player tracking Messi. How in the fucking world you would let Messi run in the midfield without a single tracker? How? Sir Alex Ferguson in 2010 said his biggest mistake was letting Messi run in the pitch. And this is 2026, 15 years, we are again making that same mistake. England is again making the same mistake. They took Messi so lightly and he scored 2 goals. And there was no one to blame except Thomas Tuchel and England team. No one. Not even a single other person. You cannot blame referee. They were not favoring you or them. Second half, they went fair and square. They were playing football. First half, they were playing wrestling. I can see that, but that's their approach. Like they were playing pragmatic football. But because I know if they play football, England gonna beat the shit out of Argentina, and they know that. You know why they know that? Because Lionel Scaloni know that, and he played that the way very defensive because he knew. Because he knew if they play a good football, if they played a possession football, England have a better player, England have a better runner, England have a better midfield, England have a better defense, England have a better attackers, and England gonna hurt them. So they could not play the game that what they were playing with Cape Verde. They were playing Egypt. They were playing this Switzerland. They could not play like that because England were better than them, and England gonna hurt them. So what they do? They went for underdogs approach. If you could not beat somebody at their game, bring them to your game. And what your game is? Playing defensive football, playing very pragmatic football. That's what South America is. That's how they play. I know Argentina, Brazil, they play the game, but they know how to play that pragmatic football, and that's what they played. European team doesn't have answer of that. Paraguay played the same football against France. We all moan about it, but we could not do anything about it because that's the game. That's a tactics. That's what a underdogs team will do to a bigger team, a David versus Goliath, I would say. But Argentina are not David. They are the best team in the world. But they knew that the current tournament they are not the best, and I will hats up to Lionel Scaloni for this approach. I know I don't like it. I know a lot of fan doesn't like it, but that got them was 40 minutes wasted on a game, and the the other 40 minutes they used it because they had players. They knew their strengths, they knew their weakness, and they played it. They outperformed it. Not on the pitch, I would say, but tactically they outperformed it. Lionel Scaloni beat the shit out of Thomas Tuchel in tactics. England does not have answer. I can see Morgan Rogers were very frustrated. I can see Gordon were very frustrated. The first half, their uh, plan was to um, bring English player to their game, which was dirty. Bring them to their game and beat them in their own backyard, and they were able to do that for the first half of it. England didn't even have a chance, and when England got a chance, they scored because Argentina were open. They were not committing fouls because in the second half they knew they're gonna come and go and score the goal. But Thomas Tuchel was freaking naive, and you cannot let a naive guy in the England national team. They could, they were 5 minutes away from going to the final, but they blew it. And why they blew it is because of the naivety, because of stupidness. Anybody who watches football will tell you you cannot do that defensive approach these days. Like, this is not La Liga. You will score one goal and have them come to you for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. You cannot do that. Like, that's not uh, what you should do on a freaking semi-final as well. And you didn't have any other plan. There was no plan B. That's what frustrates me, and I think mm, FA should sack Thomas Tuchel today. They should make it public announcement and sack Thomas Tuchel today. I don't know. I am just lashing out on Thomas Tuchel, but because he freaking deserves it, man. He freaking deserves it. He was so freaking naive, and he shouldn't get the job. I am fuming. I am fuming. And I'm not going to watch that third place game, France versus England. I'm not gonna freaking watch that game. Nope, there is no point of that. I think that's pointless. Why would you even want to play the third place game? And I hope Spain versus Argentina will be a better football match than today. I hope Argentina will come up to play a football in that game rather than today, like they were coming to play WrestleMania, and they have a right to do so. But at least for someone who will be watching the game as a spectator, as a neutral spectator, I would love both of those teams to play attacking football rather than one team wants to play football and another team does not want to play football. That's not good to watch in a FIFA World Cup final. But that's their tactics, not me to say it. But that's what I say. That's what I believe in. Cheers to Spain. Cheers to Argentina. Sack Tuchel today. Ciao.